Let's go and open our studio file and get to the demonstration. Alright, so I'm going to open my SSS material scene and gonna start my render. Let's put origin here. I'm gonna stop it for a second and open the Slate material editor. Here I'm going to right click, and in V-Ray I'm going to bring SSS fast SSS to that material. Now let me restart my interactive render here. Now let's select that object and click assign material to selection. Alright, now we can try different parameters here. Ketchup, we have different presets, milk, marble, ketchup, potato cream, water clear, orange juice, so we already can see that the light penetrates that right here really nicely. Now let's set it to skin pink, and let's take the subsurface scattering here, put it into gray, and let's try different numbers for radius in centimeter. So let's try 20, 50. So you can see the more we're increasing the radius, the more light can travel in the object, which is pretty cool looking a result right here. Let's set also diffuse to be gray. That way we can see what actually going on. Now let's connect this to scatter color texture and see how this works. Now let's change the color here of the subsurface to be bluish, and this one a little bit darker, and play with the diffuse amount. Alright, so since we have gray color here, I can change it maybe to something like green. So the diffuse amount is blending between the pure color, which is green and doesn't let any light through, to the subsurface color, which is bluish, and we have also the scattered color here. Alright, so if we put 0.5, those two are going to meet in between. There's going to be a mix of those. Of course, 0 is going to be completely translucent object here. A little bit darker result shows us more of what actually is going on here. And you can also see that scatter coefficient full color and subsurface color are having a little bit different results, because one works on the scattering color right here, and the other one works on the full color. Now let's disconnect that, set the radius parameter to 1, and now let's go and check our passes. can see in SSS, if we put this to 1, we won't be able to see anything. And the more we're adding, lowering of the diffuse amount, the more we're getting of the subsurface scattering layer to show what's actually going on here. So you can see the scattering color is the color that's been scattered on the surface, and the subsurface color is the color that is actually letting light through, and it's inside the object and it's bouncing that light. Now let's increase the scattering radius, so we will see that effect much better here. Let's change that also to something bluish white like that, and put this thing 0.1. Now let's scroll here, go to our reflection layer, and play with this specular amount. So lower values removing the specular, and higher values bringing it back. So 1 is a pure 100% of specular here in our layer, and 0, of course, no specular at all. Right, now let's go to our reflection amount here, glossiness, and check this parameter of specular glossiness. So you can see 1 gives really nice and shiny result here, and 0 blurs it out and gives very specular reflections of our object. Can test it out here too. Now let's connect bump right here. And let's set the bump amount. Let's set first the bump here. It's 33 is fine. And let's put the bump to very small 0.15. And let's set our specular to 0.6, amount of glossiness 0.9, and let's set the scatter radius to 8, so it will be less light effective. And now we can get our quick settings panel, set the shading quality to 100, subdivs somewhere here 12 and 1, and let's render the final image. Alright, so go ahead guys, test them out and see how your subsurface scattering to SSS2 works.